In this lesson, we want to discover how to write a linear equation from a table. So I have a table here, and a table is going to give you that relationship between x and y. So what you need to do is you need to find the slope from that table. So to find the slope, we have to look for the change in the y values first. So if you go from 10 to 7, or from 7 to 4, we have to talk about that change. Well, that change between 10 and 7 and 7 and 4 is minus 3, because 10 minus 3 is 7, 7 minus 3 is 4, 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 minus 3 is negative 2. And then we look at the x. The x's for the ones we're going to do are pretty easy. They're just going to be plus 1. 0 to 1, plus 1. 1 to 2, plus 1. So the change there is 1. That means my slope is negative 3 over 1, which is just negative 3. Remember, 1 is invisible there. We don't need it. So I know my slope is negative 3. Now I need to find my y-intercept. Well, if you look up here at this top value, x is 0, y is 10. Whenever x is 0, that number is your y-intercept. So I could write my equation, y equals my slope, which is negative 3x, and my y-intercept, which my y-intercept is 10, so plus 10. So now maybe I want to graph that. Point 1, 7 is a point. 2, 4 is a point. I could put all of them in, but I'm not going to. And I draw my line. So if you need to, you could graph. And from this graph, we can tell that my y-intercept is 10. And my slope, if I draw in that triangle, went down 3 and to the right 1. So that is my slope. Okay, let's look at the next one. And that's my equation there, right there. All right, so let's look at the next one. I'm going to insert that graph again. Actually, I don't like that graph. I'm going to insert this graph this time. We'll try this one. All right, so up here, notice my table is the same, but it's going horizontal instead of vertical. So the first thing I want to do is look at the y. How do I go from 3 to 5? 5 to 7, 7 to 9. What's the rule, or what is the pattern? That rule would be plus 2. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 2, 11. And then on our x's, we have plus 1 again. So that means my slope is going to be 2 divided by 1, which is just 2. Remember that 1 is invisible. So we know my equation is going to be y equals mx plus b. My slope is 2. That goes in for m. So y equals 2x. Now I need the y-intercept. So remember, the y-intercept happens when x is 0. So right here, that's my y-intercept. So my y-intercept is positive, so it'd be plus 3. Again, if you got confused, you could always graph this. So my first ordered pair is 0, 3, right there. Then 1, 5, and 2, 7. So if you draw that line in, there's the line we're talking about. It's not a very pretty line, but it's there. You can see that the slope goes up 2 and over 1. So your slope is 2 over 1. And that your y-intercept is that point right there. That's what you're going to be doing.